Hey guys, Kiera here from 50 Shades of Mom. So if I'm bringing you this kind of video, then it's just about that time. The time when fall is on the dawning, and it brings back football, pumpkin everything, and back to school. Now I know sometimes that back to school can cause complete anxiety in moms and in families pulling everything together, especially when you have multiple children, things like school supplies and wardrobes to what to pack your kid for lunch. So I can't help with all of those things, but I'm hoping in this video I can ease your mind just a little bit on some great ideas and some great containers for you, for your kids to take for lunch. So Jake takes lunch every day, and I usually send him with things like the Yum Box, Systema cups, and a newbie container which holds things like mozzarella sticks and chicken nuggets warm all day long. So besides that, I have a couple of really good lunch hacks and some really good suggestions on what you can send for your kids. So if any of this interests you, stay tuned and I'll show you what I got. Okay guys, so on the table here I have a bunch of various different containers that I want to show you, and I'll tell you my favorites and the positives and negatives of each one. So this one here is the Yum Box. My girl, Leanne over at Grady's Mom, she actually has a whole other review on this, so check out her channel. She has a bunch of back to school and back to lunch videos, and she has always shown this Yum Box in her previous videos, and I had to have one because I loved the concept of being able to lock it down tight, and there's a silicone lid on the inside, so all of these compartments stay completely separated, so no matter what you put in there, nothing will leak into the other compartment. And I really do love that because you don't want to put something like chips or crackers in here and then have your applesauce or your yogurt or something leak into it. Nobody wants a wet and soggy lunch. So I love that the silicone lid is divided into the compartments, and it seals each one off separately, and then it locks into place. The only thing I wish it would have had is some kind of handle, because now this has got to fit inside of another lunchbox. Like, had this had a retractable handle right here, I'd only have to send Jake really with the Yum Box, because Jake always takes this Contigo water bottle with him every day to school full of water. So he would be fine with never even taking a juice box or something and just bringing the Yum Box, but I usually end up packing him other things anyway because this needs to go inside of something. Now, they have all different ones. When I first ordered these, they had, now they're not cheap, I believe that they're like $28 a piece, because it was $56 for free shipping that I had to order, and I ordered this one, which came with the case and this inside sleeve. And then I ordered an exact another one of these with the same 6 compartments, just clear, no design. Now they also have various different designs. This one's just different like origami pieces, and it says like dairy, protein, grains, veggies, and fruit. And then this is supposed to be like for a sweet treat in here. They have ones that say Paris and just have like different fruits and vegetables on the bottom. So there's definitely designs that you can pick from, more girly, boy, neutral, that kind of thing. This is just one that I got that was just completely clear and see-through. And then this one I got because Jake being older, I wanted him to have the option of having a bigger container. So this one is only a 4-compartment container, so this side is more suited for if he wanted to bring a sandwich or a more larger based meal would fit in this. Sometimes he'll bring something like tacos or leftover burritos or something that we've had for dinner, so those fit easily in here. And then you have 2 more smaller compartments, and then another, this one actually says sweet, for a sweet treat, but you also can use that. I've filled this with chicken nuggets and put ketchup in here. I've filled this with mozzarella sticks and put marinara sauce in there. So there really is various different things that you can actually use this center for. But then it comes with this lid, which is also sealed off in the compartments, and it's universal. So sometimes when we're doing leftovers, and I know that Jake's going to take leftovers for school the next day, when I'm putting dinner away, I'll pre-pack this and just stick the lid on, and then in the morning I'll fill any additional things and snap it in here, because these are pretty easy. Like even one-handed, I'm able to just lift this right out and snap it right in. So I highly recommend the Yum Box. I will put a link in the description box to check them out. Now they have the LL Panino, which is a larger one of these completely. So all these ones are universal and snap into this holder, but now they have the LL Panino, which is a larger based one of these, which I actually think I'm going to end up ordering for Jake, and I'll do another product review on that. If you guys want to see that, comment below. Let me know if you want to see a review on the bigger one. But he's 13, and I'm thinking this is really definitely too small scaled for him, but I have two littles that will be starting school within the next year or two, and these will be worth it for them. So I think I'm going to end up putting away these 6 compartment ones, unless Jake wants to do something like a homemade Lunchable and a bento box style. Then we can still do this so that he can do crackers, salami, cheese, fruits and vegetables, that kind of thing. But if he's not going to take that and he's going to take something bigger, this is not going to work for him. I would say this size is more for kindergarten through, say, 5th or 6th grade, and then once they get a little bit older, you really kind of need the bigger one. This still suits him, but I think I'll get the Panino and have an extra large one for him to take bigger based things. So that's it for the Yum Box. But Jake, like I've mentioned, is not a sandwich person. I said I do chicken nuggets, mozzarella sticks, so these kind of containers come into play a lot. Now this one, I don't know if Jake's going to take any more this year. Last year he said, I don't care how old I am, Toy Story rocks. So he was proud to still bring this in, but I definitely think that this is a little too young for him, but Mason can still take this coming up. But this is just the regular Thermos brand. Everybody knows Thermos. It's the double wall insulated. Now I have a hack for this. In order to help keep this hot, boil water in the morning and put boiling hot water inside of the container and set it aside. And right before you're going to throw everything in the lunchbox and your food is hot, dump the hot water and put the hot food in there. The hot food will activate the metal, so you're putting hot food in a super hot container, keeping anything that you want to keep hot hotter longer. So this one is not, they don't say the sizes on here, so I can't tell you how big this container is, but usually it'll fit like a nice sized portion of mac and cheese or soup, something along those lines. Any kind of pasta dish or something that I have left over, I usually give to Jake in this kind of container. This one is the newbie container. This one is definitely larger and bigger suited for Jake. I like this because it has different levels. So it has a cup here that he really could use for anything if he needed to separate something. And then it has a spoon on the inside that folds down. So I love how nifty that is, kind of like a Swiss Army style. And then once you screw that off, then it's the big double wall insulated on the inside. This one is taller, so it really helps for things like mozzarella sticks and chicken nuggets, things like that. I get the mini tacos from Trader Joe's. Those are always a big hit. All sorts of things like that. Homemade Hot Pockets. All those things are big enough for me to fit in here. Sometimes I'll even make pizza and cut it into strips and stand it up, and he'll be able to take that in here. So I like the newbie one because you can see them in comparison. It's definitely way taller and larger. So this is always good for things like that. I have this little tiny cup. This is a Sistema cup. Sistema has a lot of good containers for things like this, but these are the only kind of containers I will use. Their sandwich containers and things like that are good, but they're not that leak proof. So if you get any of their multi-space containers, the stuff leaks into the other. But these ones for things like sauces and dressings, they seal good and tight, and they're really good, and you can get them at Bed Bath & Beyond. They're super cheap. They usually come in a 4-pack, and I like these for any kind of side sauces and things like that. So the last brand I want to show you is the Zac brand. I really do like these. They're BPA free. You can get them in places like Babies R Us. I believe I got this in the dollar spot at Target. So it's a bigger just giant sandwich container, but it's so big, this would way fit more than just a sandwich, so you can really divide this. You can use things like cupcake liners to help break this down a little bit and give you more individuality. And then I love that it has the spoon and fork in this little slide container, so it keeps that out of their food, and it snaps on really good. So I definitely recommend checking out the Zach brand for any kind of regular sandwich style containers or things that have the compartments for the utensils. These really do seal very well. They're dishwasher safe. I just recommend putting all these kinds of things onto the top shelf. So that is really it for my review of my products, and now I just want to give you a couple of lunch suggestions. Alright guys, so I've mentioned in every one of my what's for lunch videos, for any of my lunchbox review videos or anything like that, that Jake is super picky and I have a really hard time feeding him. He most of the time chooses non-sandwich options, and I really wish that I could get a little bit more out of him now. My littles are way easier, and I'm going to have so much fun packing their lunch boxes in the next couple of years because they are way easier to appease. But Jake, not so much. But to make lunchtime easier for me, now I have a couple of hacks that I want to share. So to make things easier for me, I usually make a general list. I write down with Jake in the beginning of the school year his favorite main meals, his favorite snacks, his favorite drinks, the things that he likes to take, and I just put that in a binder where I can refer to it all the time, and I know the things that he will take, and it makes easier for me to rack my brain on what to take for him. And now at this age, he really needs to help me. He should be packing his own lunchbox. So I got one of these big bins. I ordered these on Amazon. It came with a smaller one. It's got the chalkboard thing here. And he is allowed to pick one large snack and one small snack for him to put in his lunchbox. So these are some of the bigger snacks. I got a bunch of these smaller package things for a great deal on Amazon Pantry, or I get them at Aldi's. Has a lot of great stuff for bulk as well for great prices, and obviously so does BJ's. So those places is usually where I end up with all these little packages. So I just have some of these Quaker Pop chips. We have the savory kind, and there's the sweet kind in here, like the apple cinnamon, and there's a chocolate one, I think, down here somewhere. We do these little Smart Food Delight, all the little different flavors of popcorn. We have white cheddar, there's sea salted caramel, there's a regular sea salt down there. My kids love Pirates Booty, so we always do little packages of them. They love pretzels, so we get the little 100-calorie mini pretzels. I love that they're non-GMO, so we get these little ones for their lunchbox. I get things like all these little mini Nabisco things, anything from wheat thins to, I think there's, oh yeah, some animal cracker ones in here. So that's kind of like the bigger snack. He's allowed one big snack of that, and then he has to pick from a smaller container. So the smaller container usually has things like fruit snacks. We really love these Annie ones. We get them in bulk from BJ's. He really loves taking them. I just recently scored these. They're by Pure Growth Organic. They are like Rice Krispie treats, so that's like a smaller snack to take. And then we have these kind of things. So we get the Annie's, like a chewy peanut butter chocolate bar, or this is the chocolate chip chewy coated from Trader Joe's. These are the Trader Joe's like cereal bars. This is an apple one. These are fruit leathers, and these were a great deal. I got 25 in a box, and Simply Nature is the organic brand from Aldi's. So I picked these up as an option instead of fruit snacks or something like that. So they're allowed one small and one large, and that really makes it easy. And being that we're going to do pre-K at home for Mason this year, he's going to pack his lunchbox in the morning as well. So he'll also be able to pick one big one and one small one, and he's 3. So having it set up like this makes it really easy because it's not complicated for them to go in and pick one big and one small, and there are their snacks for their lunchboxes. So the other things I like to get are these little squeezable pouches. These are the apple sauces. Now these ones are the apple and flavors. There's a 4-pack for $2 and change from Aldi's. Sorry, it's $1.79 as opposed to Trader Joe's is $2.79. So it's $1 cheaper to grab these at Aldi's, and I think this may even beat the big box from BJ's. I kind of have to measure that out when I go this week, but I love bringing these because they stay cold, and it's always a good alternative to throwing a fruit in the lunchbox, as well as yogurt sticks. I love freezing these because by the time it's lunchtime, they're defrosted, and having a yogurt is always a good protein snack for them. Something else that Jake won't eat, because these are just things that I know that Jake will eat. Something else that he will not eat are maybe a cheese stick. Those Polios are really great for a good high protein snack. Anything with peanut butter. And again, you can use something like those cupcake liners to separate things if you want to give various different things inside of the lunchbox. Now, I'm lucky enough that my kid drinks tons of water, and we are huge with the Contigo brand. Now, I used to buy the Brita bottles where you would change the filter in here, but just in case you guys did not see that, I have a review on my Aquasana, which is my home filtration water system. It's like having a Brita built into your sink. I'll put an iCard up top if you guys want to check out that video, but we get amazing water. So Jake just fills his bottles. He takes 2 of these every day. He has a green one up in his room with him right now. So he takes 1 of these, 2 of them filled each day, and that's what he drinks throughout the day. But I do always give him a juice box. Most of the time they come home with him because he prefers to drink water, but I always give him an option just in case he chooses that route. So again, Aldi's, they've been great for their Simply Nature organic brand. These are super cheap. It's a 10-pack for $2.70, and this is the organic fruit punch. They have apple juice, and they have a grape one as well. So I grabbed these, and then this is just the Juicy Juice Organics. This is the apple juice. I do sometimes get the Capri Sun organic ones. Those pouches are great for freezing because they work as a ice pack as well. By the time it defrosts, it's perfect for lunchtime, and it helps keep everything inside cold. So I do that as well, but most of the time Jake, like I said, he just drinks his water and doesn't take the juice boxes. But that is it for my lunchtime hacks, guys. So if you like anything that you saw on this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me, especially if you are excited about back to school coming and getting your kids set and prepped and ready to go. If you are new to my channel and you would love to stick around, there is a spot in the corner with my face for you to subscribe. And if you missed my last video, there will be a link to that in the corner. And I will see you guys all next time. Good luck with back to school. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.